Alright, so today I'll be refuting the main claim: the use of ad blocking software is ultimately detrimental to the user. The speaker's secondary claims were each person who visits a website costs the owner money. The issue has been seen before with television ads. Ad blocks have a very large tangible impact on the website industry, and websites are forced to comply with AdBlock Plus's terms. Now, AdBlock Plus was the main example the speaker used, so I'm also going to focus on that. It's the main software AdBlock website. So to begin with a quote from the speaker: "With ad blocks, a website actively loses money when a user visits the site." I did some research, and on the main website for AdBlock Plus, it states, "Unobtrusive ads aren't being blocked in order to support websites." This is contradictory to the statement that was just made. The ads that are being blocked are the pop-ups, auto-playing videos, and the banners, the force ads that are known to be distracting. Also, sites can apply to be whitelisted. Ads still get shown to a certain degree. Sites like Google and other big websites have already done this. And also, in the setting menu, users can actually whitelist sites of their own choice if they feel the websites deserve ad revenue. So if you feel like you're doing an injustice to a website by taking their money away from their ads, you can always whitelist the site that you please. Now next, many of the speaker's secondary claims are accurate and have good evidence, but they still do not prove his main claim true. Why do people go online? Well, a quote from PR manager of AdBlock Plus, Ben Williams, he says, "Users come for content." Now, people don't go online to see ads, they go to see the product. This is why many people change the channel when commercials are on television. AdBlock Plus eliminates the force of ads and instead makes it a decision in the hands of the user, giving them control. This pushes advertising to become better online, motivating them to make ads that are not forced, not distracting, and are interesting enough the user wants to see it themselves. Ben Williams also says if the ad content is engaging enough to get their attention and they click on it, then they can be brought to whatever they want. Another example comes from Mark Busler, creator of Classic Game Room website and YouTube channel. And he states, "While I like earning ad revenue, I would rather hear that a fan enjoys their new Classic Game Room Blu-ray set." Now, he claims that AdBlock Plus has always been around and sites like that, and he never lets it bother him or stop him from making money. There are many other ways to bring revenue in, such as product placement and traditional advertising. He also states that AdBlock Plus cannot block the Classic Game Room beer mug. Now, lastly, people generally do not like online ads. A survey from Adobe made a poll of 1,250 US consumers and marketers and views on online advertising. The two words most commonly associated with online advertising were annoying and distracting. 68% of consumers thought it was annoying, and 51% used the word distracting. A third of consumers think that online advertising is not effective at all. If AdBlock Plus is providing a service that helps users enjoy their time online more and creates a better browsing experience, then it is more beneficial than detrimental to the user. And then I just want to use a kind of a crazy quote that I found. "You have a better chance surviving a plane crash than clicking a banner ad." And this is from Solve Media, an advertising consulting company that states, "You are 470 times more likely to survive a plane crash than click a banner ad." This shows how relevant these ads are and how little people care about them. In conclusion, AdBlock software is more beneficial than detrimental to the user because sites can still make money through unobtrusive ads and other forms of revenue. It gives the user control of what ads to see, pushing for better quality, and people generally do not like ads in the first place. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Daniel, you're very direct in response to the points. You follow the structure very clearly. You've got counter arguments on most of the points. You have good evidence on a couple of those points. On the first point, for instance, you identify the kinds of ads that are problematic, and you kind of give an answer to how those could be addressed. I think there are a couple of arguments that it comes down to. One is that there are other ads that are available that that AdBlock doesn't really address, and so there's still going to be a revenue stream for for these sites. And second, the truth is that nobody's benefiting from some of these ads because they're not likely to produce the outcome that is desirable. And there's one other argument about consumers and their desire to avoid having all this kind of distracting material there. I thought you did a good job citing those particular arguments. On the second point, it was a little bit confusing because there was this one example of I think it's a YouTube site where they talked about all the things that they do, and it sounded like it went on a little bit. I couldn't tell where the evidence for that example ended and new information started. It was a little unclear to me there, so I thought that was a little bit problematic. The stuff that identifies that people have a problem with ads online, I didn't think there was any confusion about that. That's pretty straightforward. I think most people would be willing to concede it. At the end, when you're making the argument that says, look, these ads are not going to be used anyway, so you're not really, the kinds of ads that are getting blocked by ad block aren't doing people any good anyway because you're more likely to survive a plane crash than you are to click on a banner ad like that. Well, I think that's an interesting point, especially if you're making the argument that says that these businesses, online businesses, are going to die without that revenue. Well, how do they generate any revenue if nobody ever uses those ads? I think that's a perfectly legitimate question to be asking. All right, sorry, my